Happy Monday and welcome to week 11 of 365 Days of Little Successes, brought to you by me, the Rambling Wanderer. So, through this quest of checking off all the things that I want to do on my list for the year, I have been faced with bigger lessons and bigger accomplishments and facing things that have been difficult for me throughout my life. And most recently, I've been dealing with lessons of my need to control things and holding on to residual fear. And these are things that can really stifle you in your process of progress. So, for me personally, I've always been kind of a control freak, and I've had many experiences that show me this, and that even though I'm adaptable and I am constantly changing, constantly trying new things, doing new things, I always have the initial freak out when I make a decision. And because I don't know how it's going to turn out, where it's going to lead me, or where the path is going, I always have the mini before anything gets going. Most recently, not most recently, about a month ago, Max and I decided that the easiest thing for me to do would be for me to move to Germany so that we could share a city and give our relationship a chance, which above everything feels great to me. And I know it will be a challenge and I know it will be a new experience. But speaking of fear and my need to control things, I will be moving to a country where I know essentially no one. I don't speak the language, and I am curious to see how it's going to turn out, even though I know it will be great, and I know that I have support there in Max and his family and the few friends that I do know in Frankfurt. But initially, through the process of acceptance and making decisions, I always freak out. Always. And I always question, and I always wonder if it's really what I want, or if it's really what I'm doing, or why I'm doing it, and where it's going to lead me. And Max and I were having a conversation last night, and he says to me, and I'm going on and on and on about how I feel about things, and why I feel this, and why I'm doubting, and is it the right decision, and are we going to work out, or whatever. And the thing is, you can't know this. You can't. And you really just have to go with how you feel in the present moment, make your decision, and go with it. And if it doesn't work out, you make another decision, and then you continue. And really, life is just that easy. But he said something to me that was so profound, yet so simple, and it really brought me the clarity that I needed instantly. I said to him, I was like, don't you ever think about these things? Don't you ever worry about these things? And he said to me, no, I don't think about this. And I said, why? How can you not think about this? And he says, I have faith in our relationship. Faith. That's what I've been lacking this entire time. On this whole spiritual journey that I'm going through, and all of the things I talk about, and believing in yourself, and loving yourself, and all of these things, faith. That's what I've been forgetting this entire time. To have faith in myself, faith in my decisions, and faith that everything is going to be okay. And giving it over, if it's not me that is in control, well, you get over to God, to the universe, to whatever deity you pray to, or whatever you believe in. You give it over and you stop struggling so much, because you know what? We don't have all the answers all the time. And sometimes we just have to have faith that we know what is best for ourselves, and we know that regardless of the end result, things are going to be okay, because things are always okay. They work out, and I've lived a life of that. I have these moments, I freak out, I go with it anyways, and things seem to always work out in the end. Faith, people. That is my biggest thing. It's funny because I've been having these conversations where faith keeps getting brought up, and my dad actually has been talking to me about this, about turning it over, giving my personal will over to the will of a higher power, whether, like I said, whether you call it God, whether you call it the universe, whatever you call this greater power, sometimes just asking for help and being reminded that we are not alone is a beautiful thing. And just to have faith that you are cradled in a light of love and that you will be okay. It's amazing. And through this book that I've been reading, The Anatomy of the Spirit, it's another thing about about personal will and the power symbols that we need in our life to feel powerful and the need for control. And the thing is, even if we try to control everything in our lives, we really don't have the control that we need, because really in the end, it's just going to end up poisoning whatever decision you make. So for me, that has been the biggest lesson lately. Slapped in the face with the word faith. And I'm grateful for it, because sometimes when you're at a loss, sometimes you just have to be like, take it from me. Give it to God, give it to the universe, let it go. Let it go and have faith that whatever will be, and live in this present moment knowing that all you have is today, and you will deal with tomorrow as it comes. And this whole future idea of whatever will be doesn't exist yet, so why do I worry about it? Faith, people. I wish you all a great week. Have a little faith in yourself, in the universe, in God, and in your decisions. And stay tuned for week 12 of 365 Days of Little Successes. Thank you.